Hello, grab a cup of your favorite tea and relax because it is time to plan for March. For me, planning and setting up my journal is more of a therapeutic experience. I always try to do it when I have some alone and quiet time in order to enjoy a process that can be sometimes quite tedious. I always prioritize functionality. It has to aid me in organizing my life, my work, and my daily tasks. That is why I keep decorations minimal. As you may have seen in my February setup, I only decorate cover pages. That's with the exception of my Hobonichi A6, where I have to go over every single page to add the name of the day because it only has a number, and I do like to see the name of the day, whether it's Monday, Tuesday. That makes it easier for me to find a specific day in the week to add something. With the exception of that, I only decorate cover pages to have, a little pop of color, something nice to look in something I use every single day. If you want to follow along with me, the only things you're going to need is a pencil. I usually use my Faber-Castell mechanical pencil. This is a 0.3 mechanical pencil. I love it because it makes very fine lines. If you don't have a mechanical pencil like this one, an H pencil will do fine. The goal here is to have very light lines that you can erase easily, or if you leave them there underneath, they don't show that much. For this video, you will also need an eraser, to get rid of things that you didn't like how they turned out, and your favorite pens. In my case, I'm going to be using my Tombow Fudennosuke brush pens because they are great for lettering. You will need some washi tape, your favorite kind and your favorite designs, and something to add, that pop of color. To use on this plan with me video, my watercolors and my zebra mild liners. So let's begin. I'm going to start with my daily planner, which is my Hobonichi A6, where I do all my personal planning and family planning. And as you can see here, I pre-sketched some cherry blossoms because in March we start getting spring, and I love cherry blossoms. I love the colors and they feel very spring-like to me. You will see that also I pre-traced my goals banner in my title page for March, and that's mostly to save time also because I don't want this video to be that long. After all, I am setting up for 4 planners. If you've seen my previous videos, I love to use my Hobonichi pens. I love to trace and sketch with them, and I'm going to just start. Once I'm done with my title, while it dries, because these pens can take some time to dry in this Tomoe river paper that Hobonichi uses, I'm going to start with my watercolors. I have this very soft pink, and I'm just going to start tracing my flowers to see how it looks. Something I love about sketching flowers, and particularly cherry blossoms, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You can have squiggly lines and messy colors, and they will always look nice. And as usual, I am keeping 3 goals to keep it realistic and achievable. I have found that having 3 goals per month makes it easier to have that sense of achievement through the year. I used to have 10, even 12, 15 goals per month, and it can be quite overwhelming. make these flowers look more vibrant, I'm going to go over them with my Hobonichi pen, which is the one that comes with your Hobonichi orders when you buy one of their planners. Next, I add some color to the letters with a Tombow brush pen and some highlights with a white gel pen. On the next page, since March 1st falls on a Sunday, I am leaving some space to write down my priorities during the first week of the month. The Hobonichi A6 planner doesn't have the name of the day, it only has the number, and sometimes when I'm planning my week, it is easier for me to find a specific day if I can see like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the next thing I'm going to do is go over every single page to add the name of the day. So this is how it looks with my cherry blossom cover and some color with the days of the week. I will be adding some decorations to the March monthly calendar. Here I will use this cherry blossom washi tape. I got it from Joann's. It came in a package with several washi tapes. I'm very happy with the way it turned out in this planner. This is it for my personal daily planner. This is where I plan all my personal tasks and my family appointments and personal appointments. Along with my Hobonichi A6, I have my weekly insert, which is also from Hobonichi. And on this one, I just add the layout of the things I want to track during the week. This is part kind of like a habit tracker and a way of having my week at a glance, because the Hobonichi A6 planner doesn't have a weekly calendar. I do like to see my week to plan my meals and things that I have to do like twice or 3 times a week. For example, watering the plants. So as you can see on this weekly insert, I only use my gray zebra midliner and a black pen to trace some lines and divide the different categories for tasks I will be doing during the week. I will be repeating the same process for the weeks that belong only to March, because at the beginning of each month I evaluate which categories I want to keep and which ones I want to change or maybe put on hold for a little while. And the weekend columns, I usually save them for my shopping list. So that's what I'm putting on the side. I am writing shopping list. So during the week, I can, whenever I remember something that is missing or that I need to get for my home or for my desk or for my planning, I write it down in those 2 columns, and I know that space is only for that. that I am done with my main personal planner, to match with the coming spring, I decided to go back to the vintage flower Hobonichi covers. I'm adding my stickers in the back, some notes, and I will be using the folder that comes with the Kokuyo Systemic Cover A6. I find it very useful, especially to house my weekly insert. I've been loving using it, and I'm super happy that I can also use it on my vintage flower cover, because I love this cover. It is a very fun cover, and I am happy to start using it now that the spring is about to start. So we're done with my personal planner. Next is my Jibun Techo B6. This one I use it for work and for time blocking. So I don't add any decorations because this one is meant to be purely functional and very straightforward. And because my schedule can change every week. Right now I'm evaluating which categories I want to keep for my tasks. To see what I keep and which categories I stop using for the moment. Here I also added some lists to divide my tasks, which are important, which is also for the main events to keep in mind, priorities, upcoming, and the bottom line is to track my payments and expenses. This setup, I will replicate it in the weeks that belong to March, because when April comes, I will look which things worked, which things didn't, or which things changed, and then I will decide what I will keep and what I will switch. Since this is a work planner, I rarely use the weekends, so I am going to use those two columns for notes. Now I am adding my schedule and events. Lastly, I want to see how it works. Marking my commute time with washi tape, and it kind of looks nice. Here things are going to be quite repetitive because my schedule will be the same every single day, at least for the first 2 weeks of March. I added the same layout for the next weeks. On the Gantt chart, which I use for trackers, I'm only adding the things I want to improve. It has been working wonders for me. I do two kinds of habit trackers. On my Jibun Techo, I usually track habits or things I want to improve, and I use the trackers I added to my Hobonichi 6 for health. Those are like mood, stress, and sleep. I started using trackers on December of 2019, and they have helped me in so many ways. I don't think I will stop using them in the foreseeable future because I can truly see patterns in my behavior, things that help me. And they also like having that check mark at the end of the day for doing something I want to keep doing. It feels great, and it has helped me sticking with good habits. For my creative journal setup, I only do a cover page, and on this planner I'm going to do it from scratch to show you kind of my process. First, I choose a theme, which in this case is cherry blossoms. Then I look for inspirations and reference images for my composition. I usually go to Pinterest to look for references and then kind of have an idea of how I want it to look and how I'm going to do my composition. Next, for the sketch, I usually work with a very fine pencil like an H grade or a 0.3 mechanical pencil. I start sketching. Once I'm done with my sketch, I go over everything with a pen, and this time I will leave watercolor for the end. Using these Midori calendar stickers since January, but I've been using the whole sticker. This time I will only use the bottom part, so I am cutting it down. I'm adding some washi tape and the dates to this like calendar sticker. This is how it turned out. I added some quotes and green highlights to contrast with the pink of the flowers with a Tombow brush marker. I also added a stamp, and honestly, I love how it looks. This creative journal and my personal planner are my personal spaces in a way. and that is why I like them to have that pop of color, of personality, and I am very happy with how they turned out. Last but not least, my social media and YouTube planner. This is a Liquid Lab cover. In the front, I have a blank notebook from Jibun Techo, and this is a take a note planner. I have the links for everything I use down below, and I actually have a review about this planner, which I have been loving. I am in love with this planner. The only decoration I will be doing here is the monthly calendar, because this is also kind of a work planner, so I want to have it as minimal as possible and be able to see very clearly and easily the things I have to do. This is like a task planner, and the only things that matter in this planner are the things I have to do and my appointments and my events. So this one I also keep it very minimal. I already have some notes from my forward planning. I am adding 2 washi tape that goes also with this March theme I have of cherry blossoms. I cut some flowers from the washi tape to have a more interesting design. And this is the final look. So this is my setup for March. These are the main planners I use every month. I hope this video was useful for you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. I do my best to upload twice a week, usually Wednesday and Saturday. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.